Hello, folks. I'm Anticio Duke. Thank you for stopping by. There's an app for this. There's an app for that. There's a website for this and a website for that. Now, which one are you in? As designers, we usually approach things in a multitude of ways. So today we're going to cover a few design principles to help your design projects go from just being in the App Store or online to something that users actually want to use. If you're ready, let's dive in. Welcome back. Yes, apps are everywhere. We see them on the Google Play Store, we see them on the App Store, and everyone has a website if you're not on social media. So what's the difference between one that gets a lot of use versus one that gets no use? Aside from marketing and ad spend and things that drive traffic, a lot of it comes down to usability. And one of those things has everything to do with design principles. There's a set of rules, set of techniques and methods that designers use to help products improve. Before we get started, consider subscribing so you can get more information on design tips, life stuff, you know, the drill. And thank you in advance. So 3 design principles. 1, this goes without saying, make things simple. All right. Now, if we were already making things simple and easy, users will be more prone and active to want to engage in our product. Since there are so many apps out there that can accomplish the same thing that one can, users want to find an app that's really easy to use that helps them complete a task in the shortest amount of time possible. And so we look at different patterns, different techniques, different styles that'll help us level that playing field. All right. So 1 is to make things simple, right? And you do that in a series of ways. 1 would be breaking large tasks into minor steps. So similar to task management or task completion, you break a large goal down into small steps to execute. In this example, for making things simple, let's say there's a checkout process. Users would be less likely to input all of that information at once, like their app mailing address, credit card information, things of that nature. Whereas if you only surface that information or only prompt a user to input at the time they need to, that could be valuable UX. Instead of forcing a user to make a purchase or pull out a credit card, you can offer other ways like an Apple Pay, scan a QR code to pay, speedy checkout using their existing information. So there's a multitude of ways to do that. Similarly to adding information or a buying process, you can create small steps in that buying process to help them digest that information easier and make the task simpler in the end. Make things simple. Along with that notion, you want to tell them, guide users, give them feedback, tell them exactly what they need to do. This goes without saying. Many times where we take directions on our app, where it's GPS, we want step-by-step instructions on how to get there. Similarly, when we're using an app, tell a user, inform them that either they made the selection or the right thing to do when they're executing or trying to complete a task. You don't want to hide information from users. There are applications, there's websites that have a multitude of menus. Instead of hiding it, some desktop spaces may include in the entire menu, where mobile applications may strip away that information and add it somewhere else. But you don't want to hide it. You can collapse information, but give users a chance to access it whenever they need to. This allows them to feel like they're empowered to make a selection and the choice that's best suited for their needs. Communicate when they're doing something wrong. That way you can course correct. Make things simple. Using the menu example, principle 2, and I'll write this for you. You should always make your navigation very, very understandable. And the reason you want to do this because that gives them a way to see how that they're executing on that project. When you make the navigation easy, it gives users predictability on how to use the app. You strip away all of the fluff, all of the things that shouldn't be there, and all the things that can deter them from completing a task. You make the navigation easy, they're able to either tap through to see what best suits their needs, they're able to move away or select something to dive a little bit deeper. You give them power to make a choice and complete a task on their own accord. One thing that has major value in this is the 3-click rule. Users should be able to access or get to information in less than 3 clicks. All right. So if your navigation is made easy, those 3 clicks, they should be able to access what they need. If the application has a really good navigation, they should be able to access information or complete a task within those 3 taps. All right. So use the 3-click rule and the 3-tap rule as a rule of thumb or general practice to work from. All right. That'll help you and save you so much time in the long run. Since we've already talked about making things simple, and then we talked about making the navigation easy, what you want to do to include in this is ensure that you're saving progress, that you're giving the user feedback in every step. So as they input information, make a selection, or do anything within the product, you want to save that progress and promote feedback. Offer them feedback for any type of interaction. Tip number 3 for design principles is one that gets a little overlooked, even in some of the major apps that we've seen from major brands, is make things, that app or that website, make it accessible. Okay. We're in an age where we have a lot of users. Some use our product different than others. So instead of just appealing to the general public, make it accessible, make things legible, use the ADA standards, look at contrast colors, look at things that will allow your app or website to be visible, readable, legible, accessible across different mediums. We can even dive a little bit deeper into using responsive capabilities. Just because it's on an app or on a mobile device does not mean it can't translate to the desktop and vice versa. So accessibility is key here. And there are a lot of standards that can be adhered to. And if you're building websites, building applications that serve a multitude of people, this is key. Last tip I'll give you is follow the Z pattern rule. There's a lot of research that have been done on the Z pattern. And this is more so the way we look at websites and the content that is on it. We scan in a Z formation, in your case. So scanning or placing information, placing content in the patterns in which we look and view information so it's more digestible will actually benefit you in the long run. Instead of throwing things all on the page, content all in one section, you can use that rule of thumb to sprinkle a little bit of delight. Add some micro interactions. Place different elements in different positions so that it can help the viewer gain context and process that information easier. So that's all I have. 3 simple things to work through, 3 design principles that you can have within your repertoire to help you design and build better products. Okay. Next few videos, we can add a little bit more to those principles to help you level up. But right now, 3 is what it's going to be. If you like this video for any reason, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who you feel can get value from it. And as always, consider subscribing because I thank you in advance. It helps us grow. In the meantime, in between time, you know your life has color, so make sure to design it that way. And I will see you in the next one. And also let me know in the comments below if you like me jumping on the whiteboard. I think sometimes it's a little bit easier. I'll try to position myself a little bit better this next time. 3, design principles. Keep it simple. Make things, make it all. Just Make it easy. Don't make me think. Steve Krug. Thank me later. Instead of